Hi. So it's day 3 of my challenge now, and this is the challenge set to me by Juliet of Spoilt Rotten Beads, and it's all about mushroom beads. And my aim is to try and show you some really different designs. So for this one, we're going to use the square plate, and we're going to make this adorable little bracelet, which is braided on the square plate with beads on either side. So this is a lovely skill for you to add to your repertoire of skills, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. For this bracelet, we're going to use the square plate and we're going to make a flat braid. And the flat braid we're going to use is the one that I call number 2. So I've got a version of this, a YouTube video for this, giving you all the details. So my explanations now will be fairly brief. Please refer back to the original video for more information. So the materials you need are, you need to have 8 cords, 4 on the top and 4 on the bottom, of 1mm satin cord, and they need to be 50 centimeters long, all of them. And you also need Eslon. You need Eslon 0.5mm Tex 210, and this needs to be considerably longer. These need to be 1.3 meters, and that's 50 inches. I should have said also that the 50 centimeters for the satin cords is 20 inches approximately. So set up your board like this. Then do a few rounds of the braiding. And what we're going to do, I'm going to show you now how we add in the beads. The beads are going to be only threaded onto the thin cords. For my bracelet, I used 19 on each side, and I used matching colours. I've just popped a couple on here for demonstration purposes, but so I've started with one colour and then I go on to the next colour, and I had 19 on each. It will vary depending on the size of your wrist and your tension. Now this braid structure, the whole sequence is in 2 parts, and we only add the bead right at the end. So I'm going to start off by doing the first part of the sequence. So that is top to bottom, left to right with your satin cords. All the way along. And now you take the thin cord on the right and you bring it across below the other one on the left, and you bring the one on the left across to the right. And this is where you need to be careful with the tension. Please refer to my other video for that. We're halfway through the sequence now. The braid looks lopsided on the disc, on the plate. Now we do the top to bottom moves from right to left. All the way across. And it is now that you can add in the beads. So all you do when you do your move across is you drop the bead in, tuck it under the cord you're going across. You might need your finger to keep it in position. And then from the other side, your lower cord, exactly the same thing. Again, check the tension, check you're happy with it, and then you continue with your moves. So now you will do another complete sequence of both left to right and right to left, and then in the following sequence, at the end of it, you will add in a bead on either side. So you've got one complete sequence in between without any beads, just to give you the right gap on your bracelet. And this will be obvious as you're working, so that you have that little gap in between. Well, that wasn't too bad, was it? I'd just like to say a quick word about using white cords. You may notice through this challenge that I've kept to the same colour palette and I'm using a lot of white cords, and that might make people worried. So I've got 2 little tips for you. First of all, and I don't want this to sound patronising, but make sure you wash your hands before you do the braiding, because you want to be sure that there are no oils from hand creams, body lotions, or natural skin oils that can come onto the cords. And secondly, make sure that on the arm where you're wearing white cords, again, you don't have body lotion or whatever. But don't worry, Kumihimo's perfectly washable as long as you've used waterproof glues rather, and a gentle wipe down after every wear will keep it fresh, but if it does get a little bit stained, just give it a wash. And so that was day 3. Now I've got one more day for you. What have I got for day 4? Well, there's only one way to find out. So please join me for my next video and the last day of the challenge. Bye.